According to the 2023 National Electrical Code, specific requirements govern NEC motor disconnects. These regulations are crucial for ensuring safety and compliance in electrical installations. Article 430.110 addresses the fundamental requirement for a disconnecting means. It states that a disconnecting means must be provided to disconnect each motor and its controller from all ungrounded conductors. This disconnecting means must be located within sight of the motor controller, ensuring that personnel working on the controller can readily disconnect power to the motor. Furthermore, the disconnecting means must be capable of being locked in the open position, preventing accidental or unauthorized re-energization of the circuit during maintenance or repair. Finally, the disconnecting means shall be readily accessible. Article 430.110b specifies the acceptable types and characteristics of the disconnecting means. It states that the disconnecting means for a motor and its controller must be a circuit breaker, switch, or fuse, providing flexibility in design while ensuring adequate protection. The disconnecting means must have a rating not less than the ampacity of the branch circuit conductors, guaranteeing that it can safely handle the maximum current the circuit is designed to carry. The disconnecting means must be an enclosed type, protecting it from physical damage and environmental factors. The disconnecting means must be marked as a motor disconnect, clearly indicating its purpose and preventing confusion. Article 430.110c addresses motors installed in hazardous locations. For these installations, the disconnecting means must be provided with the same type of protection as the motor, ensuring that it can withstand the hazardous environment. In addition to the NEC requirements, local electrical codes may impose further regulations on near motor disconnects. It's important to consult and comply with all applicable local codes. It's considered good practice to mount the near motor disconnect on the same mounting surface as the motor controller, simplifying wiring and improving accessibility. The near motor disconnect should be labeled to clearly indicate the specific motor it disconnects, preventing errors and ensuring efficient troubleshooting. An exception exists for motors of fractional horsepower when they are part of an appliance. These motors do not require a near motor disconnect, simplifying appliance design. The disconnecting means serves several critical functions. Firstly, it provides a means to energize the motor and its controller for maintenance, repair, or replacement. This protects personnel from electrical shock hazards. Secondly, it allows for the isolation of a faulty motor or controller, preventing further damage to the system and ensuring safety. Thirdly, it provides a clear visual indication that the motor is disconnected from the power supply, enhancing safety during work. The selection of the appropriate disconnecting means depends on several factors, including the motor's horsepower rating, voltage, and full load current, as well as the characteristics of the branch circuit. It's essential to choose a disconnecting means that is properly rated for the application. Circuit breakers are commonly used as disconnecting means for motors, offering overcurrent protection in addition to disconnection. Switches are another option, providing a simple and reliable means of disconnecting power. Fuses can also be used, providing overcurrent protection and disconnection in a single device. The ampacity of the disconnecting means is a critical consideration. It must be equal to or greater than the ampacity of the branch circuit conductors to ensure that it can safely handle the maximum current the circuit is designed to carry. The interrupting rating of the disconnecting means is also important. It must be sufficient to interrupt the maximum fault current that could occur at the installation location. Enclosed disconnecting means are required to protect against physical damage, dust, moisture, and other environmental factors. The enclosure must be appropriate for the environment in which the disconnecting means is installed. The marking of the disconnecting means as a motor disconnect is essential for clear identification and to prevent confusion. The marking should be durable and easily visible. In hazardous locations, the disconnecting means must be suitable for the specific hazardous environment. This may require explosion-proof or intrinsically safe enclosures. Proper installation of the near motor disconnect is crucial for its safe and effective operation. The disconnecting means should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes and standards. Regular inspection and maintenance of the near motor disconnect are essential to ensure its continued reliability. The disconnecting means should be checked for signs of damage, wear, or corrosion. Any necessary repairs or replacements should be performed promptly. The 2023 National Electrical Code (NEC) provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations, and adherence to these guidelines is essential for ensuring safety and compliance. Understanding the specific requirements for near motor disconnects is crucial for electricians, engineers, and anyone involved in the design, installation, or maintenance of electrical systems. The NEC Article 430 covers motors and motor circuits extensively. Within Article 430, Part A covers general requirements applicable to all motors, while subsequent parts address specific types of motors, control circuits, and protection. Article 430.110 specifically addresses disconnecting means requirements. It's important to note that the NEC is updated every 3 years, so it's always crucial to refer to the latest edition for the most current requirement. The location of the disconnecting means within sight of the motor controller is intended to ensure that the person working on the controller has positive control over the power supply to the motor. This reduces the risk of accidental energization while work is being performed. The requirement for a lockable disconnecting means provides an additional layer of safety. By locking the disconnect in the open position, authorized personnel can prevent the circuit from being energized while they are working on it. The disconnecting means must be readily accessible, meaning it should be easily reached without requiring the use of tools or climbing over obstacles. This ensures that it can be quickly and easily operated in case of an emergency. The types of disconnecting means permitted, such as circuit breakers, switches, and fuses, offer flexibility in design. The choice of disconnecting means will depend on factors such as the motor's horsepower rating, voltage, and full load current, as well as the specific requirements of the installation. The ampacity rating of the disconnecting means is a critical safety factor. It must be equal to or greater than the ampacity of the branch circuit conductors to ensure that it can safely carry the maximum current the circuit is designed to handle. Using an undersized disconnecting means could result in overheating and potential failure, leading to a fire or other hazards. The requirement for an enclosed disconnecting means provides protection against physical damage, dust, moisture, and other environmental factors. This helps to ensure the reliability and longevity of the disconnecting means. The enclosure must be appropriate for the environment in which the disconnecting means is installed. For example, in damp or wet locations, a watertight enclosure is required. The marking of the disconnecting means as a motor disconnect is essential for clear identification and to prevent confusion. This helps to prevent accidental disconnection of the wrong circuit. The marking should be durable and easily visible, even in low light conditions. The requirement for disconnecting means in hazardous locations is particularly important. These locations are characterized by the presence of flammable gases, vapors, or dusts which can create an explosion hazard. The disconnecting means used in these locations must be specifically designed and approved for use in hazardous environments. These disconnecting means typically feature explosion-proof enclosures that are designed to contain any internal explosions without igniting the surrounding atmosphere. Local electrical codes may have additional requirements for near-motor disconnects beyond those specified in the NEC. It is important to check with the local authorities to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. The practice of mounting the near-motor disconnect on the same mounting surface as the motor controller is a good one because it simplifies wiring and improves accessibility. This can make it easier to perform maintenance and repairs. Labeling the near-motor disconnect to indicate the specific motor it disconnects is also a good practice. This can help to prevent errors and ensure that the correct motor is disconnected when necessary. The exception for fractional horsepower motors that are part of an appliance recognizes that these motors are typically integral to the appliance and are not easily accessible for maintenance or repair. In these cases, the appliance itself serves as the disconnecting means. When selecting and installing near-motor disconnects, it is important to consider the specific requirements of the application. This includes the motor's horsepower rating, voltage, and full load current, as well as the environmental conditions and any applicable local codes and regulations. By carefully considering these factors, it is possible to ensure that the near motor disconnect is properly selected, installed, and maintained, providing a safe and reliable means of disconnecting power to the motor. In summary, near motor disconnects are an essential safety component in electrical installations. They provide a means to energize the motor and its controller for maintenance, repair, or replacement, protecting personnel from electrical shock hazards. The 2023 National Electrical Code specifies detailed requirements for near motor disconnects, covering aspects such as location, type, rating, and marking. Adherence to these requirements is crucial for ensuring safety and compliance in electrical installations. Furthermore, local electrical codes may impose additional regulations on near motor disconnects, and it is important to comply with all applicable codes and regulations. The selection and installation of near motor disconnects should be performed by qualified personnel who are familiar with the NEC and local codes. Regular inspection and maintenance of near motor disconnects are essential to ensure their continued reliability. The disconnecting means should be checked for signs of damage, wear, or corrosion. Any necessary repairs or replacement should be performed promptly. By following these guidelines, it is possible to ensure that near motor disconnects are properly selected, installed, and maintained, providing a safe and reliable means of disconnecting power to motors. The NEC provides a comprehensive framework for electrical safety, and adherence to its provisions is essential for protecting people and property from electrical hazards. Motor control circuits often utilize various components such as relays, contactors, and starters. These components work together to control the operation of the motor, including starting, stopping, and speed control. The disconnecting means should be located so that it disconnects all of these control circuit components along with the motor itself. This ensures that the entire motor circuit is de-energized when the disconnecting means is opened. The disconnecting means should be easily accessible to authorized personnel. This means that it should not be obstructed by equipment or materials and should be located in a well-lit area. The disconnecting means should be clearly labeled to indicate its purpose and the motor it controls. This helps to prevent accidental disconnection of the wrong circuit. The disconnecting means should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes and standards. This ensures that it is installed correctly and will operate safely. The disconnecting means should be inspected regularly to ensure that it is in good working condition. Any damaged or worn part should be replaced promptly. It is important to train personnel on the proper use of the disconnecting means. This includes how to operate it safely and how to identify potential hazards. By following these guidelines, it is possible to ensure that near motor disconnects are properly selected, installed, and maintained, providing a safe and reliable means of disconnecting power to motors and motor control circuits. The NEC is a living document that is constantly being updated to reflect the latest advancements in technology and safety practices. It is important to stay up to date on the latest requirements and to consult with qualified professionals where necessary. The goal of the NEC is to provide a safe and reliable electrical system for everyone. By following its provisions, we can help to prevent electrical accidents and injuries. The disconnecting means is a critical component of this system, and it is important to ensure that it is properly selected, installed, and maintained. In addition to the requirements outlined in Article 430.110, there may be other applicable requirements in the NEC depending on the specific installation. For example, if the motor is located in a healthcare facility, there may be additional requirements related to essential electrical systems. It is important to consult with a qualified professional to determine all of the applicable requirements for a specific installation. The NEC is a complex document, and it can be difficult to understand all of its provisions. However, it is essential to do so in order to ensure a safe and reliable electrical system. There are many resources available to help people understand the NEC, including training courses, publications, and online forums. By taking advantage of these resources, it is possible to gain a better understanding of the NEC and to ensure that electrical installations are in compliance with its requirements. The near motor disconnect is a small but important component of the overall electrical system. By paying attention to the details and following the applicable codes and standards, we can help to prevent electrical accidents and injuries.